So, don't know if you can see that. I might try and put some music in here. So, Civvids, Jeremy's second vlog. Yeah, fun. So, obviously, I'm back from summer camp. It was a lot of fun. I obviously look a lot different, really tan, and probably looking really haggard and tired, because I kind of am. Obviously you can see I'm recording straight from my laptop today because I didn't feel like getting out a camera and going on a walk because I'm still pretty tired from camp. Also, uh, I learned that I could do this the other day and I figured, what the heck, I might as well try it. So, and I obviously don't have an iPhone. Well, I guess that's not 100% obvious, but, you know, cool. As you can see, I've got my fan droning on in the background. That's a little bit annoying. At home, the air conditioning for everywhere but the basement is no longer working. So, my camera's freaking out a little bit. So, yeah, it's a little bit warmer here than I would like it, especially because I'm just back from camp and I'm tired. I want it to be colder because I spent like an entire week slaving in the heat and it was not very fun. So a couple mementos from camp. I got samples of poetry that I wrote to my YSP, my secret pal. That's not really poetry. This one probably is. I thought I had more of these. They must be lying around on the ground somewhere. My room is like an utter mess here, so uh, yeah, because I haven't quite finished unpacking, so to say. This one's poetry, though. I'm not gonna read it out loud, though, because it'd be awkward, and I don't really want to read it. So I'm just gonna toss that on the ground because I'm never really gonna use it again, because it was actually my last year at camp, and hopefully I'll be asked back as a counselor. That'd be really cool. So, letters that I got from home. Once again, not gonna read them out loud. The lighting is really off, so you probably can't see the writing. It's just got stuff on them. Toss those over there as well. I'll pick it up later. More letters from home. More letters from home. And then YSP notes that I got from my YSP. I was really disappointed with my YSP this year because they sent me literally like 2-sentence notes, and you know, I worked so hard on my YSP notes trying to rhyme and get it read out loud so I could figure out who my friggin' YSP was, because I never saw them in public and nobody ever told me who they were, and yeah, it was a little bit tough, but I finally did get it read out loud on like the last day, so yeah. But I worked so hard on my YSP notes, and you know, the person who was sending me notes obviously wasn't, and they were just kind of being that way. So yeah. Also, just a little thing. Somebody had a birthday party during the camp. They turned 16, so it was their last year. A little bit saddening because it's my last year as well. Stories from camp. So they were a lot stricter, so there wasn't really much cabin talk. I don't think I told anybody about that stuff that we did last year, because it was bad, and I'm not going to repeat any of it because it was cabin talk. But we didn't have any of that stuff this year, and which is kind of unfortunate because I had stories to tell this year. And I didn't get to tell them, so, I guess I'm the only one who will ever know those. And no, I'm not going to tell them here. Oh yeah, another note from home. This one had Dad's note all about the red Barchetta, which, is obviously no problem. I enjoy hearing about how awesome of a mechanic I am, and how the car is going to be awesome in the future. I might keep that one though. That was a nice one. I'll still toss it over there though. So stories from camp. I know I've already told Stephanie all of these, so, and obviously I'm not really sitting in a very good position. I guess I'll start with the mealtime debacles. So, first or second-ish day at camp, at our meal tables, which were assigned and you had to sit with at every meal, one, I was not happy about this. I had to sit next to little Miss Emma Connard. Shoot me, yeah, I got past it, whatever. Life gives you challenges, you deal with it. So that was that, and then there was also another Emma Maddock, who was in the cabin younger than Emma, than the older Emma. There's older Emma and younger Emma. You can't really see my hands moving. I'm blah 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 blah. So on like the first or second or third day at like lunch, I want to say, the counselors at our table, because every table has like 2 or 3 counselors, asked me and this younger Emma girl how long we'd been dating. So, I'm completely blindsided. I just kind of sit there and look like, huh? But the younger Emma girl, she just looks at him and says, "Oh yeah, he asked me out after dinner last night," and I'm just like, what? Did I miss something? Did I do something I didn't know about? Which is stupid because I, you know, I would remember if I did something like that unless I was extremely drunk and there's no alcohol at camp, so whatever. So then, I guess we played it off or whatever, but then for one of the later times we were supposed to like dress up as something from a certain category so that we didn't have to clean up the table after the meal, and that was like dinner. And they said fantasy. So this Emma girl, the younger one, says, "Oh, I'm gonna dress up as a fairy, yay!" And then the counselors suggested that me and her dress up as fairies together, because we're a couple apparently. So I obviously pointed out that I really couldn't do that, because of course, I'm a guy and I'm not going to dress up as a fairy, and anyway, where'd I get fairy-like clothing and whatever? So obviously I didn't do it. So then at dinner, which is when we were supposed to dress up, I dressed up as a wizard. So I took a shirt and I taped it around my face because I had a roll of tape. I wonder if I put that back where it was. So I took it and I just taped it to my face, so the sleeve was like that around my face, and it hung down. And I took a bed sheet and one of my drumsticks, because I took my drumsticks to camp so I could practice snare stuff, because obviously I need a bit of practice. And so I dressed up as a wizard, and I said, "Yeah, I'm a wizard." So then this Emma girl gets really mad at me, and I mean, I guess she kind of had a right to, but I mean, I told her I wouldn't be dressing up as a fairy, right? Tell me I'm right in assuming here that she really shouldn't have freaked out, because I said I wasn't gonna do it. So she freaks out, whatever, and she gets mad, and we eat in silence at our meal table with like 10 or so other people. And her and older Emma start like whispering and talking, and I didn't really think about it at all. So then later that night was that birthday thing that I was talking about. It was a dance. So of course, there was a slow dance at one point, and we had to slow dance with somebody. But apparently, this Emma girl was there, even though it was supposed to only be oldest boys and oldest girls. Apparently, the next lowest cabin age, which would have been third boys and fourth girls, also showed up. So, she apparently sees me dancing with this other girl. Her name is Nikki, in which, we danced significantly closer than other people did, because we kind of got to know each other a little bit, because we hung out a bit and we talked before meals and stuff. That's a long story. I ended up getting her number, and I ended up dancing with her like 5 times at the final dance, which is on the last night, which would have been Friday. So of course I had to get her number, and the counselors were all like, "Yeah, you planted seeds. You knew somebody. Yay!" I, you know, kind of wish I hadn't have done that, because now I'm obligated to to call her, text her, or to write to her while she's at camp, saying, "Oh, we're a thing, I guess. I don't know." So this Emma girl saw me dancing with her, and the next day, the counselors and this Emma girl all turn against me and say I cheated on her. I don't I didn't know how to react. Sorry, my computer's getting dark. So, once again, I'm just kind of like, I never asked her out. This never really started. And then I realized, and then it clicks in my head, oh, my current girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend are whispering to each other. Like, what the heck is with that? So I look up and I say, hey, you two are conspiring against me. Come on, that's messed up. And then they both get all defensive, and of course I was just trying to have some excuse to turn them into the bad guys, because, of course I'm being made to look really bad here, and I don't want to. I didn't do anything wrong. Come on. So whatever, and they both freak out, and the counselors both freak out, and they're like, wait, you dated this other girl who's sitting at our table, blah, 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 and I was like, yeah, whatever. So then later that day, at like lunch, she breaks up with me, and once again I reiterate that I never asked her out, so whatever. And then, you know, people freak out, and the rest of the week was totally awkward and tense and not fun at all at that meal table. So that was like the worst part of camp, right there. So then this Nikki girl, I talked to her, and we danced really close at the dances, and so maybe it wasn't the smartest idea, but of course people started talking, and Kyrie comes up to me after talking to Emma and Monica and this Nikki girl and some guy named Colton from our cabin, who I guess was kind of my friend, but he acted like a bit of a dick. So he was talking to all of them, and he comes down to me during swim break, because they were all sitting up, not swimming, and I was having a time and a half, swimming and having fun. And he comes down and he says, hey, is Nikki your camp crush? So, of course, people were talking and blah, 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 blah. So, of course, Emma had some part in all of that, or at least I figure she did, because Kyrie was talking to her. Kyrie hung out with her a lot, which, we talked about earlier, and I said, yeah, whatever, go ahead, hang with her, that's cool with me, I'll make friends with some of our cabin mates, and that freaking witch is just going to be the death of me. If I'm not going to be the death of her, I seriously don't know what this chick's problem is. Like, honestly, she acts so, like, dejected and stuff when she realizes that I'm having fun with other girls, and yet, when we get together and stuff, she breaks up with me. I'm never gonna do this again. I'm never gonna have another relationship with her. I'm never gonna waste my time like that again. I feel like this is that one song from What's It band, and well, it's not really a band, but you know what I mean. And it's like, we will never, never, never get back together, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not. I'm not doing it this time. I swear to God, I'm not going to do it. I'm not ever going to do that again because it's just hell, and it ends up in complete pandemonium every freaking time. So yeah. But other than that, camp was great. We had great counselors. We had this guy named Monster who is freaking ripped. Like, all the counselors are freaking ripped, except for the fat ones, like Jeb and Kevin. And, you know, they had fun. They showed us fun games like extreme rock, paper, scissors, where, like, you punch somebody if you win with rock, slap them, win with paper. You do this weird, like, arm slap thing if you win with scissors. And other pain-oriented games. And they worked out, and, you know, and we had activities, and it was really fun, but exhausting. I'm so glad to be home, though, because except for the air conditioning being out wherever my fan is, back there or whatever, you know, glad to be home, though. I'm working on the Red Bar Cheddar more. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done on it. We gotta fix the sunroof. There's something with the air compressor. You girls wouldn't really understand that, but you know, I've got a lot to do. I've got a whole freaking to-do list. Once again, the lighting was probably weird, so you couldn't read it good. Before I left camp, I bought a dungeon for D&D, Murder in Baldur's Gate. It's gonna be really fun. Got a lot of reading to do, though. Hopefully I'll be able to do it with Connor's group. Connor Galuli, yes, I know, Stephanie's boyfriend, whatever. But hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. That will be fun. Also, I was watching the other vlogs, and I realized Christina was writing a script, and I also just realized it made me think about how weird we are as siblings. So, sorry, give me a sec. Somebody's calling me on Skype. Let me fix that real quick. Give me a second. Sorry about that. And this vlog is going to be like 20 minutes long, so I'm sorry for wasting your time. But it made me think about how weird we are as siblings, and, you know, I really miss you guys. The house is not the same. Steffi's always at work, you know, I'm at home doing nothing with Mom, sitting around, Dad's at work. It's, you know, it really sucks not having you guys around to entertain me. I also realized that Christina had that dragon strip, and I thought that was really cool. I wanted to mention that. Me and a couple of friends are trying to make a movie about D&D, coincidentally. But I just thought that'd be a fun summer project, and they haven't even, like, started the script yet, and that's what that Skype call was probably about, because it was them. But I'm probably going to do that next summer, because this summer, obviously, we haven't even gotten the script started yet, and I have marching band in August coming up, and I've got the car to work on, and I need to do flyers for lawn mowing so I can earn a bit of cash and money, and I can put that in my bank account and party next summer and do stuff in the car and fun stuff. So as this video reaches 20 minutes or 19 minutes and counting, I'll go ahead and end it. Once again, I reiterate that I really miss you guys. My camera's shaking. This is a really long vlog, and I'm sorry. Next one will be a lot shorter. I don't know when my next vlog will be. Hopefully, like, next week or something. So, Jeremy, signing off. I'll see you, Christina, next week, I guess it is, right? And I'll see you, Stephanie, when you get back from work later today. So, bye. See you later.